Welcome back, everyone. This is the FloTrack podcast. I am Kevin. He is Gordon, recording this on a Friday. Gordon, we are separate once again, but soon we'll be reunited next week at some point. I got my kids in the other room. Hopefully they do not barge in at any point and make a guest appearance on this pod. How are you doing?
Good. Do your kids get 3 weeks off from school?
It was weird this year. They didn't get out until super late. I don't think they got out till the 22nd or something like that. So,
okay.
But not all schools, because my wife works at a school. Her school is back. Hence the reason why I am here with two of my three. One is in daycare, and that's good. Because if we had all three, you'd be doing this thing solo. It'd be 60 minutes of Gordon, which people like. People would appreciate that. Who knows what the reviews would be on the pod if it was all 60 minutes of Gordon, right?
Well, we were, before we started recording, looking at, apparently people have been giving us reviews on our podcasts on Apple reviews. We got a lot of 1 stars, man.
Shout out to those folks. Yeah.
Shout out to all the 1 stars. They're not hearing us react because they gave us these 1 stars years ago or months ago. I don't think they're still listening if they gave a 1 star. But
the average is 3.9. Average is 3.9. So let's not focus on the negative.
Yeah. It's a lot of 5s and 1s, which I guess averages to 3.9, right?
No, 5s and 1s would average to 3. So we have more 5s.
It is interesting when people give a 2, 3, or 4 star. Is like, why are you trying so hard to be specific about your rating? Like, you either like it or you don't. It should only be. They should change the star rating to just thumbs up, thumbs down.
I liked those people because they are in the middle ground. Shades of gray. Producer Colt, did you have any favorite ones on here you wanted to read? You're the one who brought this up to us, actually. I don't even know why you put this in front of Gordon and myself, but
Now the audience can hear me. Sorry about that.
Okay.
My favorite one so far is this one that reads, Kevin and Gordon need to deal with their issues. Kevin clearly has disdain for Gordon and treats him poorly. Although Kevin is the better Trek podcast guy, it comes across like he doesn't want to be here.
Whoa.
Is that true, Kevin? Do you have disdain for me?
I have disdain for some of your takes. I don't know why people and you probably have disdain for some of my opinions. I could not sit next to Gordon. Well, I'm not sitting next to him right now, but you get the idea. For as long as we have, if I had actual disdain for him, I'm not that good of a person. I wouldn't be able to pull it off. But it always seems to be like a one-way street. People think, oh, I have disdain for you. There's no review that I've seen yet where people are like, oh, Gordon clearly hates Kevin. So I guess I need to do a better job of separating my opinion of your opinion versus my opinion of you as a human being, which is different. It's different. But Gordon says ridiculous things sometimes, and I need to say, that's ridiculous. What are you talking about? That's my job.
It's ridiculous in your mind, but maybe it's not ridiculous in my mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it.
True.
I can see how people think that you don't like me. I mean, you didn't come to my parties. I invite you on the podcast every time we have a podcast pre-party. I'm always like, you can come, and then you never come.
Yeah, that's true. Any other ones?
You are a dad with 3 kids, so you have an excuse. But
I just have one more I'd like to highlight. This is from Running Guy. FloTrack bad.
All right.
That was from 2020. It was bad. Yeah, we were talking about nothing. We started a podcast during the pandemic, so it was bad.
I thought 2020 was peak, actually. I think there's been a decline since then. Also, I want to check in on the email inbox. We got an email from Matthew, subject line, I think I want a gift card, and he sends along his address. And I looked it up. So Matthew won the Target gift card, which is for how much, Gordon?
I think $5.
Okay, so he wants to know how he should use his gift card. Frame it, spend it. What are the best things I could buy with the value of the gift card? Auction it off? Other suggestion. I would love to hear Gordon, Kevin, and Colt's suggestions. Maybe we could put all these things on a wheel and let fate decide. We found someone who loves the wheel as much as you, Gordon. Matthew is
like an inception of the wheel. This is a wheel within a wheel. Auctioning off a $5 gift card is a unique idea.
Yeah.
Because will someone Like, how close to $5 can you get when you auction off a $5 gift card?
Yeah. Well, if the $5 gift card was if it used to be a celebrity's gift card, that would be the value, correct?
Yeah, but we're not celebrities though.
Oh
So
no,
it's
yeah,
just a
I'm not saying
$5
us.
gift card.
Oh yeah. No. I want to be clear. I don't want to lose any more stars because I don't want to go down to zero. I want to be very clear here. I'm not talking about us. I'm saying, were you to get more money, it would
Okay,
have to be a
so
situation.
how much
Or
would you pay for a Usain Bolt $5 Target gift card?
me, only $5, but I'm sure there's some fans out there that would pay more than that. Yeah.
Would they pay $6?
All he did was touch the card. I'm sure people pay hundreds of
No,
dollars.
it was a $10 gift card, and he used $5 of it. So there's $5 remaining on the balance.
Yeah, I think
And
there's people who would pay.
and he made sure the balance was like, he made the balance like, he has a $10, he has a $9.58 balance of a gift card to Target.
So I would pay more, and I would just appreciate the artist. I would give homage to that work by him. So I would, that would be worth more. But Cole? What would you do? $5 at Target. What would you spend it on?
I mean, you don't have like a lot of options. You can't even buy like, I guess like you buy a pack of Pokemon cards. I don't know. What are you gonna do with $5?
I feel like Pokemon cards are probably like $20 now, right? No, I don't know.
Colt
I mean,
trending.
you just get food. You get food.
Do they still have the dollar? They still have the dollar section like in the, they have that bin in the front.
So the fun part about, and Gordon will like this too, it's basically gambling for children. So what you do is you buy a $5 pack of Pokemon cards and you try to flip this $5 gift card into big cash.
Yeah.
I like that. If you got like a first edition Charizard from this FloTrack podcast Target gift card, that would be the greatest win ever.
So that's your recommendation. You should buy Pokemon cards at Target.
Hey, in this economy, what else are you going to do?
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I love it. Okay, and if other people haven't sent their address, send it. Next week, Gordon and I are getting together, and we're sending those out. And I mean, Matthew got one of the good ones, right? The $5 gift card is good compared to the, 70 cents at Baskin Robbins, the Nickel City one, which is in Austin, and then some mystery amount of PacSun. Man, the PacSun could be the mother load, actually.
That could be
100. Could be $50, but it's at PacSun.
What about this? What if though you had this gift card, right? And what if like 30 years from now, you or I do something internationally incredible, where we are on the same level of like the name of Albert Einstein, like just something, I don't know what it is. We save someone's life and it's forever known in the history of the books. We're just,
seems likely.
Then that gift card is valuable. So do you want to hold it with the idea that you or I do something so noteworthy that you have a piece of history?
Or is the note valuable? I think the note's the valuable part there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We're going to make this easy on people because we're going to write a note as well, too. So that way they won't need to worry about Gordon inventing the theory of relativity and them kicking themselves because they had proof that they once interacted with it. We'll write the note as well, too. So
you'd be pissed.
Spend the $5.
You'd be pissed if you used up like Albert Einstein's gift card. You'd be like, oh, dang it. I could have had history.
Yeah. I have a Bill Walton autographed basketball. So I have been involved with greatness before. I don't know what to do with it though, right? Like, what do you do with an autographed basketball after a certain period of time?
I have a Shaquille O'Neal. I have an Eagles plaque. None of it's signed. Look at this. Check this out. Boom.
All right.
I just want to say this. There was a comment on one of the podcast reviews that we ramble too much. So we're like literally doing what he said we shouldn't be doing, which is rambling.
Listen, I love feedback. I love constructive feedback, but podcasting is about rambling. And my favorite podcasts, the hosts, they go on tangents sometimes. They talk about things that are not the topic of the show, but I love the hosts, or at least like the hosts enough to where I like it. I go along the journey with them. Some people, that may not be their cup of tea. That's fine. But we are going to ramble. We are going to take sides. We are going to talk about Gordon dunking. we're going to talk about Colt's stand-up career and how that goes. We're going to talk about how to spend $5 at Target. That's just what the show is going to be. I understand that's not for everybody, but that's how we're going to do this show in 2023. But we will also talk track. We'll primarily talk track, and that's what we'll do right now. Subject line of this pod, Gordon, the must-watch events of 2023. So if you're in the chat right now, put in what event you're excited to see in 2023. Gordon and I are gonna go through a couple. I mean, you could be talking about one specific event throughout the entire year, or an event maybe specific to the World Championships, or an event at a Diamond League you want to see. What jumps out to you, Gordon?
Yeah, well, are we talking that, or are we talking about the news first?
No, we're talking about that.
Well,
I already teed it up. We're talking about that. We're going.
Okay.
We're off and running. Yeah.
Well, I think the must-watch event for me is the 200. I know it was the event of the year last year. It made it the wheel. You nominated as one of the main winner things of 2022. I think it's going to carry over into 2023. I think both the men's and women's 200, for different reasons, are going to be must-watch. I think specifically we could talk about the men's 200 because Noah Lyles tweeted out a photo with a world record prediction on his spike.
He did indeed. He posted it on Instagram. We'll pull that photo up. One photo showed world record, and then you're saying, all right, tell me more, Noah. Can you be more specific? This is a pretty bold statement. And he said, oh, sure. There it is. 19.10. He's put it on his shoe. Josh Kerr did something similar to this last year with the British record before he broke the mile record. But this goes beyond that. This is a world record, not just any world record. It's Usain Bolt world record. And you're going to say 19.10. So we're already getting going on this men's 200 before the indoor season even starts. I absolutely love this move. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. My question is, do you think it's going to happen?
No, I don't think he's going to break the world record, but I love that he's going for it. I love that he's confident, and I totally understand why he's so confident. He's Noah Lyles. He had the best season of his career last year, broke the American record, and then just the back half of that season was so amazing. Just the level of consistency, all the times that he was churning out, right? He ended up with one of the best 200-meter seasons in total in history. I can understand why he's confident. I still think it's too far to go to get to 1931 all the way down to breaking 1919. But let's go back to the bold prediction show. I'm very confident of Lyles in general in 2023 because one of my predictions was he's going to somehow figure out the 100 and get that double gold. But I just like the move. He's making it interesting. He's putting a time goal out there. How many times do you hear athletes say, yeah, I got a goal in mind, but they don't share it? Not only is he saying it, he's writing it down, posting it on Instagram. This is great.
Here's the thing, though. He's writing it on Adizero SLs. That's the name of these Adidas shoes. These aren't the shoes he's going to run the world record in. These are just training flats.
But it's still there.
Is this guy going to break the world record in training flats on grass? Is that what's happening? Is that what this guy's predicting?
I didn't interpret it that way, but that's pretty cool. No, it still takes some audacity, a lot of confidence to write it down. You know, even if it wasn't written on a piece of footwear, even if you just tweeted out, I'm going to run 1910 this year. It's a bold statement. And he's making his own bold predictions, and his bold prediction is himself.
There are some commenters on the post, because this also was a post that he, not just in his story. Tyson Gay commented 1899. World Athletics commented with an eye emoji. Then there's a bunch of other people like, fire, you got this, you got this. And I was just like, wait, what's going on? Hold on. We're talking about Usain Bolt's record, and everyone is just being like, you got this, bro? Like, fire emoji, let's go. I was like, there's got to be someone who's going to come in hot and being like, bro, Bolt's not going to lose his record. You know? So I was trying to scroll down until I find it, and then I found it.
Oh, you did?
Nikki Focus. He wrote, that will never happen, but keep on dreaming. Maybe in your next lifetime, one Uggo boss in this lifetime. Whatever that means. one Hugo Boss in this lifetime. Anyway, so it took some time for me to scroll to find the Jamaican fans to come in and be like, hold your horses, Noah. Mm-hmm. Bolt's still the GOAT. Do you think Bolt has seen this post? And what do you think Bolt's thoughts are? Like, if we were to ask Bolt right now, do you think he would give it respect, give it like a maybe? Like, how do you think he feels about it?
I think he's seen it, but what does Bolt always do when someone makes a comment about his records? What does he usually do?
He puts up the shush sign. Which,
but he also hold on, wait. When was that posted? Was that related?
It's related. I think it's related.
Oh,
no, wait, hold on. No, that's January 3rd.
Yeah, it's not related. That's not related. No.
Okay, it's not related.
Because that's not what Bolt normally does. Here's what Bolt normally does, and you know exactly what Bolt normally does. Is he waits. He observes and he waits until the end of the season or whenever the event happens where the person made some sort of proclamation about how fast they were going to run. And then he'll make some sort of comment, like he'll repost something. But I don't think he's going to he cherishes those records for good reason, but he is really attached to those times, to being the fastest man in the world. So I think he wants to hold on to that. It's not one of those, oh yeah, next generation's here. I'm pleased I had the record as long as I did. No, he wants to keep it. And good for him. I would say the same thing. If you're that competitive and that good, why would you want somebody else to run faster? So I say good on Lyles. And I totally would understand Bolt saying, nah, not going to happen.
Also, is interesting. Lyles wrote 1910, not 1918.
I thought about that too. And I thought, why 1910? The dream he had that was in that LA Times article that he described was about his 100-meter time. So I don't know if he had a separate dream about a 200-meter time or why he went to 1910. But yeah, then you're almost taking a tenth of a second off of the Bolt record at that point. That's not just squeaking by. That's smashing it. You mentioned 200 though. Should we talk about the women's 200 as well and why that's one of the must-watch events? So I think we just basically have a continuation of what we saw in 2022. This is just like a great television show where you see the end of one season and then you want to binge the next season right away. And then you got to wait 4 or 5 months for the next season to come out. So you have Shericka Jackson, 21:45, just totally owning that event, right? You have Abby Steiner, the U.S. You have Christina Mboma. You have Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. I think you're going to see a bounce-back season from Elaine Thompson-Herah. I think you're going to see a bounce-back season from Gabby Thomas, who was hurt. You had Tokyo medalists who weren't medaling in 2022 because of injuries. That they're going to be back in the mix. So I think you're going to be looking at the top, and you're going to be seeing some historically fast times. I don't know if the world record is going to enter into the equation the way it did last year, but then even down for who's going to be on the podium, it's just going to be so competitive. So women's 200, I think, could be as good as it was in 2022 and maybe even better. On the college side of things too, right? You're throwing in Favor O'Feely. Back on the pro side, Asher Smith, is Shawnee Miller-Weibo going to run it? There's so many names there. It's going to be so good.
Here's my question for you. If you had to put all of your money, all of your gift card money, all of your money that you have, your net worth, on having the most medalists in the 200, women's 200 in 2023, would you rather have the podium from 2021 on your roster or the podium from 2022 on your roster? So would you rather have Shericka? What was the podium for 2022?
I thought you had it ready, which is why you brought this up.
It was Shericka. Oh, God dang it.
Let me pull it up. 2021
was
right?
Elaine, Gabby, and Mboma. Right? So would you rather have Elaine, Gabby, and Mboma, or What's the
Sharika,
2022?
Shelly Ann Fraser Price, Dina Asher Smith.
Dina Asher Smith.
Hold on. Wasn't Thomas bronze in 2021 Olympics?
Yeah, the order was wrong. Yeah. And Boma was second.
So let's say this again. So Mboma, Elaine Thompson-Ra, Gabby Thomas in one, and then the other one is Sharika Jackson, Shelly Ann, and that's that's
Like,
actually really close.
Who
If
would
you
you
did a
have? Who do you think
draft,
would get?
it would be very close.
Who do you think will get two or more?
So I feel the most confident about Sharika Jackson for obvious reasons. And then everybody else is really close.
Yeah.
But I could see Sharika plus two of the people from 2021.
Exactly.
Because I do think Elaine's going to come back. So I think I'll go 2021.
So you'd rather have the 2021 podium over the 2022 podium?
Even though 2022 has the surest thing.
Yeah.
In Jackson. I think I would go 2021. I thought you were going to ask more medals, U.S. or Jamaica. And I was going to say
no.
That would be
Jamaica.
Jamaica would be the favorite there. Another event. Let's actually check in the chat real quick here. AC says women's 400. Mo versus Steiner versus McLaughlin at pre-classic. Well, yeah, if that event happens, the way you're saying, yes, I would sign up for that. Don't know if we're going to see that one. Khalil says USA champs semifinals in the 100. All in the game says women's 200. Adam, he's looking short term here, Wanamaker mile. Then Kipchoge losing at Boston. Hard disagree there. Mo versus Keely versus Sydney. Safan versus Faith. Yeah, if we get Safan Hassan versus Faith Kipyegon again, that would be amazing. Men's 5K from Ace, and then Troy says men's 15, Jakob versus Jake versus Ali. Yeah, so I want to see the rematch if we ever see it. I feel like we have to see it at some point. Whiteman versus Ingebrigtsen. And then the one that nobody's mentioned, which somehow is it under the radar, is the men's 400-meter hurdles now back under the radar? Because we've never seen all three at the height of their powers at a championship before. This could be the first time, and they're still so young. So I'm hoping this will be the first of at least 2 or 3 championships where we get Dos Santos, Warholm, and Benjamin all coming in at full health and ready to roll. And we see a classic.
I'm just going to, I don't think I think the excitement about the men's 400-meter hurdles is never coming back.
Oh, no, that's not true. You're selling way too soon. You're selling way too soon. And
I'm buying. I'm selling.
I think we're going to get at least one classic championship race. They're so young. They're all so young.
I don't think Sydney last year topped what happened at the Olympics. I don't think anything's going to top what Warholm did at the Olympics. I just don't.
Okay, it may not from a time perspective, but what if you have all three in a really tight race? Because I think that's what we want to see. We want to see a close race. We've seen the sub 46 time. We saw the time go where nobody thought it could go. But what I want to see is a really close race, because there's been close races between those 2 of those 3 members, but nothing like, okay, down to the wire photo finish. And I think it's going to they are so close, it's bound to happen. We're going to see it at least once. You saw Warholm rebound from the injuries at Euros, looked really good. Again, Dos Santos is the one who's on the climb. And then the Benjamin story, that one writes itself because he's been second so many times. Can he get it done for gold? I love that event. I still think we have another couple of years with that event. I'm buying high on that event. If the stock price is high on the men's 400-meter hurdles, I'm still buying it. It's like Apple.
And I get it,
I don't know
because the top 3 people of all time are all currently in their prime. And that is very cool. But I just feel like
it's amazing.
We're trying to I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think I don't know why. I just got this hunch. I think one of them is going to get hurt, or one of them is just going to be so much better than everyone else. I think
Maybe.
one of them
Maybe. You
may
might be right.
kind of regress a bit. I think Warholm may be really good, but maybe never get back to sub 46 type shape. And I think watching Warholm win in 46.4 is going to be like, that's fast, but like
It's not gonna be 46.4. I'll put money on that right now. The World Championship final will be run faster than 46.4. Don't know who it's gonna be. You could be right. It could end up only being 2 or the 3 in the mix, and then someone does break away a little bit. But the pieces are there.
Over under world record run in 46.2.
You mean world champs in 46.2?
Yeah, the world champs.
I'll go under again.
Okay, I'll take the over. You want to make a bet?
Yeah.
All right. Bet.
We're gonna bet the $5 that we need to give to Colt. No, just kidding.
The World Championship 400 meter hurdle final will be slower than 46.20.
Yeah. Please say they made that track fast. I have not researched it. Just please say.
And the thing is, like 46.3 is incredible. I just feel like we're not going to get the 45. We're not going to get the 46.0. I just don't. I don't.
Do you think Warholm is capable of running under 46.2 this year?
No.
Do you think Benjamin is capable of running under 46.2 this year? Do you think Dos Santos is capable of running under? Okay, well, you're wrong. So the right answers for all those were yes, yes, and yes.
Okay,
it's not a guarantee.
Theoretically,
I have 3 tickets.
Theoretically,
I have 3 tickets for the lottery. I have 3 tickets.
Yeah, but also, how many people have 30,000 tickets to Mega Millions and they still never win? Doesn't increase your odds.
Long of a shot. What is
having 3 versus 1 doesn't change. It's still a history you're going up against.
This is Warholm, right? This is Warholm season last year. I'm just looking. Euros, after coming back, getting banged up, injuries, no competition, he ends the season with a 47-1. He's going to be fine next year. It's not freak out. Benjamin's run that fast before. Dos Santos is the only.
Wait, hold on. Whoa, he ran 47.1. That's why he's going to break 46.2. Come on.
Yeah, because he's back in shape.
That's not connected at all.
He's back in shape. He was.
That's like me saying, "Oh, did you see Trayvon Bromell? He ran like 9.98. Looks like we're going to get a 9.6 next year." Come on.
I don't think you realize how good 47.1 is throughout the scope of history, and it shows he's back in shape. And that was after the injury, right? He's gonna be solid this year. Don't worry about him. Benjamin's run under the time already. Dos Santos is the only guy who hasn't, but he's the one who's shown the greatest improvement.
I'm not saying they're gonna run slow. I just don't think they're gonna run 46.1 or 0.0 or 45.
This is gonna be so great when the whole podium is going to be under 46.2, and I'm just going to never let you forget about it. It's going to be incredible.
And vice versa. When they're all over 46.2, you're going to be like, Gordon, you were right.
No, because the bet was 1. So if it ends up being 3, you have to triple what you pay me. That's how that goes. I just made that up right now.
I just know you got lucky with the whole.
Didn't get lucky with anything.
What was the Amazon bet? Or USA?
Yeah. No. It was just the high hurdles. It was the high hurdles.
High hurdles.
All the high hurdles.
You got lucky on that.
Yeah.
The Diamond League final being slow. I was almost there.
How did I get lucky? No. It was 31 or something. I had it by like 0.6.
No, it was. No, you didn't. No. It was closer than
comfortable.
You were
comfortable win.
You were worried.
And you finally paid me. I need to make more bets with you because I need
pay you
a little bit of. I know. I said you finally paid me. I need some more walking around money though.
You
so I need
put
to keep
finally in the sentence. You make me look bad. Why do you have to put the word finally pay you? I paid you.
I think you gave me you gave me $36.99 too, and the subject line was not a cent more or something like that. AJT says, what reason does Gordon have for not thinking Dos Santos will go sub 46.2 this year? He's only 22 and won Worlds in 46.29 uncontested and hasn't had any injury issues. Yeah, That's what I'm saying. But when I say it, apparently it means I don't like Gordon. And then everyone says, Kevin looks mad at Gordon.
My reason is like...
AJT is going to say it.
All athletes don't just continue to get better year in and year out forever. Right? And even when athletes are in their prime, they don't get better every year in their prime. When you're in your prime, it's not like a straight line of going down in time. Like, it's a little bit of value. You're going down over time, but you can still go up a year, back down
Your
another
guy,
year. Like,
man, you love Dos Santos too. You're loving the interviews with him. You saw him at Wild Duck and all this, and now you're just saying he's not going to improve anymore. That's ridiculous.
I'm not saying he's not. He can still improve. He can still run 46.2. I don't think he can run 46.1.
2-0
He also-
and not a millisecond
He also could
more.
run. They could all run 45 seconds in random diamond leagues. I'm talking about the World Championship final, not lifetime, not season's best. I'm talking about the World Championship final. I truly believe we live in a world where Noah Lyles could break the world record in the 200, yet still lose the World Championship final to Kenny B. Championship racing is not just when you run your PR. A lot of times it happens. A lot of times your PRs are in the championship final, but not all the time. Sometimes championship finals just kind of have a dud to it. Duds happen. I'm trying to predict the duds. And I'm choosing men's 400 hurdles as a potential championship final dud. Because we just think it's too perfect. The 3 best runners of all time, all in their prime. There's too much going right for it actually to happen, in my mind. Sometimes if everything's saying one thing, it means the other.
That's a contrarian way to look at the world. It's not always true. However,
sometimes
we're getting hung up on the time because we got fixated on this 46.2 thing. I'm saying I don't even care about the time in the World Championship final. If all 3 of those guys make it to the line healthy and we watch them through the rounds and they all look good, we watch them all season, everybody's clicking on all cylinders. Maybe someone's broken the world record, maybe they haven't. You could cover up the clock. I do not care. In fact, don't even tell me. Do not even, if I'm standing next to you in Budapest, if we're there or if we're anywhere, do not tell me. I will cover up the bottom right of the screen. I don't care about the time. I don't at that point. We'll all have won as track fans because we'll have 3 of the 4 best of all time in their prime at the same time. How many times in history has that happened in an event?
Not. Yeah, it doesn't happen. Which is why we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. And I'm just trying to prepare us all for disappointment. When everything seems too good to be true, it probably is. That's all I'm trying to say.
Don't live your life. Don't live your life like this, Gordon. This isn't 2023. That's a 2018 Gordon mentality. 2023 Gordon doesn't live like that. Khalil says, who do you believe will win the Worlds this year? What do you think the order will be? I'm assuming Khalil's talking about the event we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm partial to the Benjamin finally getting it done storyline. But I think Dos Santos right now goes in as the favorite. So if I had to predict it now, I'd probably say Dos Santos, Benjamin, and Warholm. But that's going to rotate a bunch of times throughout the year, I'm guessing.
What's your order now? I'll tell you my order right now. What's your order? And I will never change it, no matter what happens. I don't care if someone loses a leg. I'm keeping my order.
I'll go Dos Santos 1. I'll go Benjamin. This is so hard. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Benjamin 2, Warholm 3.
I will go Warholm 1, Dos Santos 2, Benjamin 3.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to pull somebody else out. You'd be like, they're not even getting the top 5.
No, Warholm's going to win. It's just going to win. He's going to win slow.
Like your great NCAA. Your great NCAA picks. All in the Game says, do you think they'll race each other more than once before Budapest? Yeah, that would be an interesting line. All 3 together? No, I would say 0. 2 of the 3 will probably get, I'd put the line at 1.5 of any one matchup one matchup happening.
They're going to race each other.
Actually, well, because here's the thing. Pre is not before Worlds this year. So that is out of the equation because Warholm famously said, he's not going to come over for pre. He sticks around in Europe. Dos Santos raced a lot this past year. I'm going to up that number. I think especially Dos Santos and Warholm, I think they'll meet 2 times before Worlds. I'll say that. Just because look at Dos Santos last year, how much he showed up. It's crazy.
Yeah, I have no opinion.
I'll say 2.
I have no opinion.
Gerardo says, I never catch you live, but watch all the pods. So happy to be part of the chat. Yeah, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. All right. Any other events you want to talk about?
We've already talked about.
I think the women.
3.
Well, no, we've talked about men's 200, women's 200, then the chat throughout some other ones
Okay,
that could be potentially good. I think that women's 15 is a wild card if Sifan Hassan tries to do it. Because the Sifan Hassan Faith Kipyegon head to head, when Hassan is fresh, oh man, that would be unbelievable to watch. And let's look at the last couple championships that Sifan Hassan's been involved with. 2019, she does the 15-10, which at the time we called it the Sifanathon. 2021, then she really does the Sifanathon. 15, 5, and 10. Gets beat by Kipyegon, but obviously she's gas at that point. And that meet, Gordon, and the other parts of her 2021 season made her so tired, carried over into 2022. And then 2022 never really got going. She only raced once before Worlds, I believe. And then acquitted herself well at Worlds, ran the 5 and the 10, but wasn't in the mix. What if this year she just says, you know what? I want to win a 1500 meter title. Again, I want to get back to the 15. I want the stiffest competition possible. And she jumps in that. Now, who knows? Maybe she runs the 800. Maybe she runs a marathon. It's Sifan Hassan. Literally everything is on the table. But that one has really good potential.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to run the 15. I think this is wait, did Kevin freeze on us? Oh no, you're just staying frozen. I don't think she's going to run the 15. I think she's going to simplify. I think she's already looking forward towards marathon life. You know, I could see her thinking like trying to do like 10K marathon double in 2024. And that's probably what she might be thinking. And so I don't think she's going to be really exploring trying to win a 1500. She might still run a couple to keep speed going, but I think I don't know. I don't think she's going to be doing the 15. It would be great.
This is more.
I also don't think she's going to be as good in the 15. I think what she did over those 2 years of 2020, I guess 2019 and 2021. Right. I think that was really like she unloaded the chamber. And it's going to be hard to get anything back. And I think it's easier to get back more in the longer stuff. So yeah, I personally think the 1500's done. Like, I don't think she's doing it.
If you're looking at the marathon right now for the women, you want to get involved in that? How fast that is?
That's true.
I say pass.
Bad timing.
Again, well, it depends what she thinks she's best at too.
Do you think she has a better shot at winning a marathon or 1500 against Faith Kipyegon?
1500 for sure, just because we don't have any questions about how well she'll adapt to the distance. We've seen it before. She's beaten her before. It's possible.
Let's assume she adapts to the distance fine and her talent just translates normally. Is it harder for her to beat Faith or beat the best marathoners right now? I think it's harder to beat Faith.
No, I still think it's the best marathoners because we don't know who the one person is. You can narrow it down to 1500 to Faith. You literally just said the marathoners because we don't know. We don't know that. That makes it easier because there's only one person. You just said the marathoners because we don't even know who it would be. There's 5, 6, 7, 8.
You know why it doesn't make it easier? Who is the hardest person to beat right now in track and field? The one guy who is the only guy in the event, which is Ilya Kipchoge. If there's one guy, it becomes very hard to beat that person. There's a reason why there's only one guy, because they're really good. Like, the fact that there are a bunch of really good women's marathoners is also kind of a testament that maybe none of them are actually great. Like,
I don't know, the times that they're running, and then you saw how Gaudet did in her debut, and she ran really well, but there's just this never-ending, it seems like, stream of people now capable of running that fast. I would
argue, like, what's Faith has run 350, right, in the 15?
Yeah.
I think Faith running 350, I think the marathon is like having 6 women running 352. What's harder, beating 6 women who all can run 352 or beating 1 woman who can run 350?
I mean, sure, but you just arbitrarily made up that time standard. I'm just saying she's beaten. And you can't just say, let's just assume she's as good at the marathon as she is at the 1500. That's a huge
true
assumption. That's the
good
biggest.
points.
That's the biggest question mark. And she beat Kipyegon in the 2021 season in the 1500, right? Like she lost to her a bunch of times too, but she did get a win against her. And then obviously, in the biggest meet of the year in Tokyo, she didn't go into it fresh. She went into it with a bunch of races in her legs. I'm just saying, I agree with you. I don't think necessarily it's going to happen. I just said if it did, because if you said who on the planet right now can give Faith Kipyegon the best race, we would say Sifan Hassan just because of her past, right? Even if there might be someone else out there who is a little bit better now and has passed her, we haven't seen Sifan Hassan fully move out of the event. So I think we're still going to believe that she's the one who can do it.
Fair enough. All right. We'll talk a little bit about the half marathon coming up next week.
Yeah.
Is it next week or 2 weeks? It was in 2
next
weeks.
Week.
We'll probably talk about it again. Sunday, January 15th. So yeah, it's
I should have mentioned too the other one, the race I'm looking forward to, Eliud Kipchoge, Boston Marathon. Just want to put that one out there.
Really? You're excited about Eliud Kipchoge running?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. We could have done a whole. We could
look up the results a week later, see what happened.
Yeah, I will be looking at the time on that one. It will not be like the men's 400 hurdles in Budapest. I will not put tape over it. Okay, the Houston half is fascinating. This has storylines from every single angle that you could possibly imagine. So you have Emily Sisson coming back after breaking the American record in the marathon in Chicago. She's obviously great in the half as well. She has that record too. So there's Emily Sisson. Tirnish Dababa coming back. She hasn't run since 2018, Gordon, but she's a legend in the sport. She won 3 gold medals in the Olympics. She won 5 world titles. And then you have Jenny Simpson making her marathon debut, and several other top American women making their half marathon debut, like Mariel Hall and Vanessa Fraser, women who have made teams at shorter distances moving up. At the top of the entries, Hiwat Gebrselassie, 106.47. Molly Huddle is in the race as well too. Just star-studded and something for pretty much everybody on the women's side of this half marathon field.
Yeah, what do you think is more likely to happen? Emily Sisson breaking the American record, or Jenny Simpson running a time that makes us all go, whoa?
I think Simpson's got some more woes in her.
Really?
So I think that.
How many woes and I think does Simpson have left?
I'm not sure what the over/under would be, but I think this is always a very competitive race. This isn't just a low-key half marathon. I think you go in there to run fast, but you also go in there to test yourself against some top Americans, but some of the best women in the world. Sisson, I think obviously she could break the mark because she just needs to PR. It's her mark, right? But also that's tough to do, right? Like we saw how great her 2022 is. So, and also because what would be the time that Simpson would need to run for you to be like to go, oh my gosh, like whoa, like what would it be? Since it is sort of relative depending on who you're talking to, more likely that happens.
I think for me to go, whoa, you need to run 70.
70? She could definitely
69.
run 70.
69.
She could definitely run
sub
70.
70.
Yeah. Sub 70. Okay. I think she's going to run under 70 minutes.
I don't
I'll
think
say
she
that.
is.
So
I think she's gonna run. I think she's gonna run like 72.
that's going to make me more confident in my pick. She's going to run.
So
She's
whenever I'm leaning into one direction, you get really confident at the opposite direction.
Well, the number that you gave of 70, she can run under 70. She's going to run under 70. Men's elite field.
Well, yeah, she can do it, but like
she's going to do that.
You also think about the mindset. Like, what's her mindset? Is she trying to like make the 2024 marathon team?
Don't know. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. She's the only one who knows. But I don't think you go to Houston if you're not ready to roll. Plenty of other races a lot of half marathon. That's the thing. When you start racing the roads, it's not like track where there's only a couple races with people at your level. Like you can find road races a lot of different places. So you go to Houston, I think, because she's feeling confident. She's feeling good. She ran Cherry Blossom.
She's still sponsored by New Balance?
No, she switched to Puma, remember?
Oh, she did? I don't remember that.
Yeah. We did a whole pod on that.
So. We did? No, we didn't.
I was going to say, glad you're paying attention, but that would be considered mean, and I'm not going to do that. So
we did a podcast about her going to Puma? When did we do that? I don't believe we
last year when she went to Puma. She went to Puma before the New York City Marathon because she was there at the New York City Marathon doing something with Puma gear on.
Oh, okay.
So
when's the last time
I'm excited.
I want to see her run. When's the last time she's run like a top 10 US type mark in any event?
Well, it was back. So she was 54 in the Cherry Blossom run, the 10 miler, but that's a road race. So, okay, whatever. Let's see. I mean,
it's 2021. Right?
2021, she was. That's where she was just scrambling to make the team and was hurt.
Yeah.
She ran 52 with the Cherry Blossom that year, so she's run that twice. So yeah, you'd have to go back to 2020, 14:58 in a 5K, 8:51 in a 3K.
So 2020 was the last time.
Yeah, there's been a lot though, right? Sure, there was a forest fire.
Impacted
where she lived and stuff, and it was and COVID and all that other stuff that went into it. We haven't heard the last of her, is what I'm saying. I think she's got more there as a elite runner, and we're gonna see it. And you're gonna be proven wrong again, but I'm not gonna bring it up because I'm gonna be nice, so I'm not gonna talk about it. All right, men's field. Lul Gebrselassie goes in with a 59.18. Mohamed El Arabi, 59.44. Shura Katada. Jezerek, number 4 seed there. I know you were very interested in his half marathon last year. 60.13 for Jezerek. Further down the list, you have Connor Mance, fresh off his marathon debut. He's got a 60.55 personal best. So a good field for the men as well, too. Lots to watch here.
Yeah, you also have some notable like full marathoners like Colin Benny. Doesn't have that good of a half, but he's been good in the full. Also Wesley Kiptu, that's an interesting one. First year as a pro. Zuhar Talbi, who's the Moroccan from NAIA, that he's always an interesting watch. And Shadrach Kipchircher is in this field as well. Not sure where he is health-wise, but I know he was someone I was eyeing for when he ran at New York City, I believe. He didn't run too well. I still think he might have one more great run in him. Is Sam Chalenga in this field?
Feels if Sam Chalenga always runs Houston.
I know, right? He also feels like he retired like 30 years before he actually retired. He's not retired yet.
Yeah.
But I remember him retiring, and then he's back running fast, making world half teams. Sam Chalenga, gotta love his grit. But yeah, okay. This is my question. Can Jezerek win?
Yes.
Will Jezerek win? I want him to win.
It's just a guess at this point. I mean, you're predicting a January half marathon is just a complete guess. I would say one of those top 3 is going to be in good form. So Do you think he's going to go to the marathon?
Eventually, he's going to try, right? Maybe he's waiting, biding his time, see how this goes. If he goes out there and runs a 59, you got to think, like, all right, see what I can do. Maybe he does Boston or waits until Chicago and, after maybe this is his last year on the track and maybe he's makes his debut at Chicago, then he's trying to make the team. It's just going to be really hard for him to make an Olympic team because there's only 2 spots. Yeah. So
he's just so versatile, man.
Yeah.
This is like you could make a case. Let's just take college, right? Ed Ches, the miler. You could put all his miler accolades up there. Like, man, this guy's an incredible miler. And then you could do a separate case of Ed Ches, the 10,000 meter runner. And then you could look at cross country and what he did in the 10K. I guess the only thing he didn't do, you remember this more than I do because you were covering him at the time. He never had a fast 10 or 5 in college, correct?
Correct. He did attempt to do a fast one, but he kind of fell apart. He tried doing it at Peyton, didn't work out. He did get a fast 5 post-college, but
right.
He's kind of been like he hasn't had another big breakout run. You could argue maybe the 60 was his big breakout performance, but I'm going to go this. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it.
60? What's the 60?
60 minutes.
60 seconds.
Half. 60 minutes. Half.
Yeah. No, 2018 was great. Remember that one? When he ran the 349 mile?
Yeah,
and then he won the New Balance 3000 and beat some really big. Yeah. I mean, that was, and then he had run a 353 mile on a flat track. Like, he was on fire there for that little stretch. And I thought that was going to translate into outdoors. And instead he kind of became one of those just like indoor superstars. Where it's like every indoor season, there's a person who for a month, you're just like, okay, they've crossed into a new tier and we need to think of them this type of runner, but then they get the outdoors and injuries or they just get caught by other runners.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to think 2023 is going to be the year of Ches comeback. I think he has a good run here. I think he runs well in a 10K down the road. And then I think he makes a marathon debut at the end of the year and everyone's like, damn, it's pretty damn good. So it's going to be
This should have been your bold prediction. It
is my bold prediction. It's my special bold prediction that I saved for this podcast. It still counts. We can still bring up this clip. This clip still goes on YouTube, still in the Spotify. Okay. Like and subscribe. Give 5-star reviews on our Apple.
5 stars.
Yeah. So Ches, if you're listening, give us a 5-star review.
Bump that 3.9 up to, let's try to get a 5.
Get to at least a 4.0.
Yeah.
That 3.9 is pretty good in college as a GPA.
That segment, though, definitely encouraged people to drop some 1s in there just to...
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Did we cover everything?
I think we did, man.
I thought that was a decent show.
Yeah. There's no track, man. When is running happening? There's nothing happening this weekend. We have to wait till next weekend before track is back. It's annoying.
I like, though, talking about the big picture stuff of the events that we want to see. I think that was fun. To me, that's better than these first couple results when we completely overreact to somebody running something that has never been seen before. And then you're just like, okay, wait a minute. Colt, yeah, good. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do we think?
Thumbs up on the show. I feel like cool. There was one other review. I can't find it again, but people were confusing who is Gordon and who is Mac on the show. And I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, that's me.
Guys, I'm Kevin.
Love the fans. Great. Give them gift cards.
They're all dialed in. Everybody knows you. Everybody knew Ryan. Now everybody knows you. And that's fine.
Nah, everyone still.
Do you think? Well, right, that didn't go away, but they also know. Do you think anybody ever said which one's Ryan and which one's Fenton in like a conversation when like Ryan and Alex were together?
I'm sure it could have happened. Maybe once. Podcasting wasn't a thing back then, though.
That's true. People just chatted for no reason, no purpose back then.
No purpose.
No content. All right, we'll leave it there. Have a great weekend, everyone. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, next week. Same time, 12:30 p.m. Central, live on YouTube. You can also catch it archived on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the show. But tune in live if you can. It's fun to have people in the chat as we're going. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. Have a fabulous weekend. Thanks to Colt. Thanks to Gordon. We'll talk to you guys on Monday.